Pleasant greetings to dear biology children. Welcome to JPV Bio Academy channel. Today we are going to see the structure of the neuron. Neuron consists of three parts: cyton, dendrites and axon. Now we are going to see the cyton of neuron. The cell body of the neuron is called cyton. It is the broad and rounded part of the neuron. The cyton consists of dense cytoplasm called neuroplasm. At the center of the cell body, there is a spherical nucleus. The cytoplasm has mitochondria, Golgi body, and special granules called Nissl granules. Let us see about the dendrites of the neuron. Structure. The cell body of the neuron stretches its protoplasmic processes into several short branches called dendrites. The dendrites contain Nissl granules and neurofibrils. Function of the dendrites. It carries information in the form of electrical impulses towards the cell body of the neuron. Axon of neuron. A long, single, cylindrical protoplasmic processes arising from the cell body of the neuron is called axon. The terminal end of the axon is branched. The end of the axon is knob-like and ends in nerve fibers that are connected to the dendrites of the other neuron to form synapses. When the axon terminal connected to the muscles, then it forms neuromuscular junction. The axon is covered with the sheath called nerve fiber. Neurilemma is the outermost covering of the nerve fiber, which is nucleated and made up of Schwann cells. The second sheath is myelin sheath, is a modified cellular membrane wrapped around axon. Let us see what is synapses and neuromuscular junction. When one neuron connected with the other neuron, it forms a junction, and that junction is called as synapse. The terminal end of one neuron connected to the dendrites of another neuron, it forms a junction, and this junction is called a synapse, and the process is called a synapsis. When one neuron connected with the next neuron, it transmits a chemical substances, and this chemical substance is called neurotransmitter. And what is this neurotransmitter chemical substance is called? It is nothing but acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is a chemical substance which acts as neurotransmitter, and that carries electrical impulses from one neuron to the other neuron. So the electrical impulses are carried with the help of the chemical substance called acetylcholine, and that acts as a neurotransmitter. Coming to the last picture, you see here this is called neuromuscular junction. The terminal end of the one neuron forms its junction with that of the muscular area. So here also the neurotransmitter chemical substance called acetylcholine, it is getting transmitted and exchanges the electrical impulses with that of the muscle. This is called neuromuscular junction. Coming to the explanation of myelin sheath of axon. The second sheath is myelin sheath, is a modified cellular membrane wrapped around the axon. The neuron which possesses the myelin sheath are known as myelinated nerve fibers. Its function is to act as insulating and protective sheath. And myelinated sheath is present in between the neurilemma and the axon. And the nerve fibers without myelin sheath are called as non-myelinated nerve fibers. The myelinated nerve fibers conducts impulses more efficiently than non-myelinated nerve fibers. The myelinated fibers are not continuous. At intervals, it possesses non-myelinated area or called nodes of Ranvier. What is the function of the axon then? It carries electrical impulses away from the axon. Now look at this picture, children. This is axon covered with myelin sheath. The axon is covered with nerve fiber, in turn covered with the myelinated sheath, in turn covered with the outer covering called neurilemma. Coming to the end of the structure of the neuron, we will discuss about the properties of neuron. Neuron has so many special properties. Neurons do not divide. Neurons are not repaired when injured. Neurons die if they do not get oxygen for over 5 minutes. Neurons use only glucose as respiratory substrate. The brain of the child has the capacity to generate its neuron after its birth. And that's all about the structure of the neuron, children. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.